When two champions confront each other over a period of time, sports history is often written. When two formidable heavyweights match up, their names become linked forever. These classic rivalries set the standard. And in this decade, only two champions can measure themselves a cut above the rest, a class by themselves. This year is no different. Larry Bird continues to lead the Boston Celtics. They own the best record in the East, lifted up as well by the long arms of Kevin McHale. In the West, the Lakers' Magic Johnson is scoring more this year. He's on an MVP roll, and that's helped the Lakers to the best record in the West. Other than a December loss to the Lakers, the Celtics are unbeaten in Boston Garden. Today, the rematch is in L.A. They won't meet again unless another title is at stake. There's no late arriving crowd at the Forum in Inglewood, California today. These fans have been in place because today it's the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers. And that's all you need to say. The best records in the NBA, identical. 37-12 for both of these clubs, and the winner today will be able to say they have the best record in the league. Good afternoon again, everyone. I am Dick Stockton, and this game is a special game indeed. As you know, the Lakers and Celtics meet only twice a year. Earlier this year, the Lakers snapped the Celtics' 48-game winning streak in Boston Garden. They want to prove that was no fluke. And the Celtics want to return the favor by winning this afternoon. A big story on Friday. The Lakers may have fitted the last piece into a championship puzzle with their acquisition of Michael Thompson from the San Antonio Spurs. They didn't have to give up much to get him, and a big man that should complement the team. My partner is Tommy Heinsohn. What is Thompson's addition for the Boston Celtics in the front court? Kevin McHale, Larry Bird, and Robert Parrish at center. And the guards, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge. Casey Jones. For the Lakers, their front court, James Worthy. A.C. Green in his second year, having a fine year, in the 39-year-old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Byron Scott and Irvin Magic Johnson in the backcourt for head coach Pat Riley. And the officials working today, Jess Kersey and Paul Mahalik. And we're set to go, the Celtics in green, the Lakers in gold. Celtics, keep in mind, have won 4 of the last 6 regular season games here at the Forum.
And the Lakers want to fast-pace this game, get those 3 men in action quickly.
McHale, he gets in action quickly. He is now the Celtics' leading scorer. He surpassed Larry Bird, and it's 2-0 Boston. Dennis Johnson is on Byron Scott. Ainge starts out on Magic Johnson. The two centers hooked up. Block shot by Parrish.
Kareem, the #1 low post option in the set offense for the Lakers.
Now, Magic Johnson is guarding Dennis Johnson, so the Lakers are defending the guards differently than the Celtics. A.C. Green is on Bird now. He gets the turnover. Scott.
That's the Lakers in action, Dick. Get that ball up. No delay. Go all the way.
2-2. Less than a minute gone by. Green is on McHale. Magic doubles, leaving Dennis Johnson wide open. McHale there, and he converts with those long arms, and it's 4-2.
Everybody doubles Kevin McHale.
Byron Scott, who's a three-point threat. The Lakers are the best three-point shooting club because of Cooper and Byron Scott.
Interesting right now. Magic Johnson against Danny Ainge in a low post.
A.C. Green is open. He's having a big year. He's emerged in the second season, the rookie last year out of Oregon State. Worthy on Bird. And they're going to call steps against Bird.
Worthy right with him. A real terrific challenge to play against Larry Bird. He tries to outthink everybody.
He uses this trip as a personal showcase. Historically, he's had big games on what is the midst of an 8-game Western and Texas trip for Boston. Green with the fake. Bird didn't go for it. Byron Scott misses. Parrish gets the rebound.
Boston will try and slow it down. If the fast break is there, they'll take it.
Ainge, one of the best three-point shooters in the game. Danny Ainge gives the Celtics a 3-point lead. One of the best three-point shooters in the game. Danny Ainge gives the Celtics a three-point lead.
In his best season, I'll tell you, he's shooting that three-pointer like it's a layup with that kind of confidence.
Kareem, not doubled. Celtics do the job defensively inside, and Danny Ainge comes back, pushes it up. Fake, Dennis Johnson. And Parrish misses the tip-in. AC Green. And we'll have traveling called against the Lakers. We'll turn it over to Boston. Here's a guy who's having a most valuable player kind of season so far.
He's diversified the offense, Pat Riley, and the guy that's picking up a lot of the scoring slack is Magic Johnson.
Double on McHale, but the Celtics know how to find the open man. Penetrating is Dennis Johnson, and it's now 9-4 Celtics. Magic outside hits. Magic Johnson went from 18 to a 24-point average from last season to this.
I'll tell you, he is hitting that outside shot. You don't want to double off of him.
Nearly 3 minutes gone by, opening period. Bird backs in and scores over Worthy.
Yeah, playing Bird one-on-one. That means Worthy's got to get the job done.
Magic comes right back and hits another one. A two-point shot for Magic Johnson. Both teams shooting well in the early going.
Casey Jones wants more than one pass before the shot is taken to break the rhythm of the fast break of the Lakers.
Worthy coming out all the way to guard Bird. Kareem helped the turnover to Byron Scott. Danny Ainge fouled him. It's a one-shot foul.
Casey Jones, I'll tell you, has done an outstanding job coaching around some difficult problems this year, integrating a bench. They made some trades, and he's got the Darren Days, the great Kites, making some real contributions this year.
Foul was on Dennis Johnson. His first. The Celtics by 3. And no basket. And another Celtic foul, this one on Ainge. So the Celtic guards each have picked up one.
The toughest challenge for the Celtics will be to get 3 men back quickly to blunt the fastest 3-man attack in the NBA. The Lakers use it so effectively.
Magic is trying to post up Ainge, moves away and hits his third shot in a row. He is 3 for 3, 6 points for Magic Johnson. And now slowing it up is Dennis Johnson. They don't want to get into a fast-paced game, as Tom pointed out.
They want to play waltz time.
Dennis Johnson penetrating and is fouled inside, and he was hit hard.
What a challenge to Danny Ainge. Magic Johnson much bigger than he is. And they're not going to double, I don't think, Magic Johnson because he's such a great passer. So it's all going to be Danny Ainge trying to stop Magic. And he's got a lot of moves down there.
Foul was on Worthy. And here's Dennis Johnson, who's a native of Los Angeles and used to come to the Forum as a youth watching Clyde Frazier. Maybe that's why Dennis Johnson made his name as a fine defensive player before anything else.
And today they're kind of worried about a nagging injury, an ankle injury that might affect his mobility, and he's been playing great for them without that injury.
4 minutes gone by, first period. 13-10 Boston. They doubled Kareem. Celtics got a hand on the pass inside out, and as a result get the ball back. Green defending against McHale. Does a fine job. AC Green defends McHale inside. But coming out of the pack on the turnover, Dennis Johnson to Bird. Parrish.
Celtics love to get Robert Parrish out on the fast break. They're trying to take the legs away from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar by racing him up the court.
And that's the only time I think the Celtics want to run in this game.
You got it.
7:20 remaining, first period. Byron Scott misses in the corner. Quick pass out by Bird. Ainge on the sideline. Bird the trailer. Also a three-point threat. Isolate McHale and Kareem one-on-one. And McHale loses the ball.
You know, I think that's a great matchup, that Riley. If he puts Kareem on Kevin McHale, because Kareem is so tall, McHale can hardly see the basket.
Well, they did that in the All-Star game a bit, didn't they?
And it was very, very effective. But he wants to keep AC Green on him, so Kareem does not get in foul trouble.
The Celtics lead 15-10, and all 5 of their starters have scored.
for the Lakers today because Larry Bird is guarding him, and Larry likes to slough off people, and Green might get on that offensive board an awful lot.
Worthy driving down the middle on a pass from Kareem is fouled, and Bird committing his first personal foul.
You know, when Kareem is in the low post, Dick, it's awfully difficult to double. It's almost like giving up a layup because he's such a great passer.
Just under 7 minutes remaining in the opening period. Good passing by the Lakers, leaving A.C. Green wide open. Green has 4. Magic with 6 leads the Lakers, who trail 15-12.
And that's the type of shot that A.C. Green would not take last year.
Worthy on Bird. They go into Parrish. Doubled. The open man, Magic, is Dennis Johnson. Now it's Bird, who goes for 3. That'll quiet him in a hurry.
Celtics with Ainge, Bird, and Dennis Johnson on the outside. You got to get up on him.
Lakers pushing it up, want to get on offense in a hurry. Double team on Kareem. Worthy with the rebound. Missed an easy shot inside. And it's Celtics ball, last touched by Byron Scott.
But did you see Kareem hustle on that offensive rebound? He's 39, right?
39 going on 89. He's the 3rd leading scorer, but he's bulked up, and he's a bit better on some key rebounds.
I would say he's 39 going on 34.
Maybe he'll play till he's 99. Bird hits his 2nd in a row, has 7 points, and the Celtics open their lead to 8.
That will get Worthy's attention.
Dennis Johnson is all over Byron Scott. Ames looking to double team. No basket, and the foul. How old is this guy?
I want to tell you, this is amazing to me. Now, you watch Kareem. This is some of the areas of basketball that people questioned that he would do when he was younger. Here he is, 39, banging like the Blazers for the offensive rebound.
Parrish the foul. 14 fouls on Boston, only 1 on the Lakers so far. Magic. And called for the offensive foul.
I mean to tell you, when he goes in to that low post, you are really in trouble. I wouldn't want to be playing him. Danny Ainge has a tough challenge.
Lakers have only 2 fast break opportunities so far. One of the reasons why the Celtics have an 8-point lead. Parrish double. Magic 1 step gets back to Dennis Johnson. Parrish has the ball knocked away, and McHale gets the rebound in the basket. And the Celtics lead by 10 points, and they'll call a blocking foul against Dennis Johnson, and that will be his 2nd personal foul.
Well, Scott ends up where he's going to have to do a job on McHale, and what does he do? Gets out of his way and lets McHale just step in for that easy rebound.
Magic Johnson is on the line. He's carried the scoring burden. He had 40 points against Indiana on Friday. Did not practice yesterday because of a sore Achilles tendon.
The key to Magic Johnson is his dribbling ability and his ability to keep his head up while he's dribbling, to see all the options that are open on the court.
Under 5 minutes remaining, first period. Bird has it tipped away by Worthy. Lakers on the break. Ainge did a good job of short-circuiting Magic Johnson.
So far, the Celtics are getting 3 men back to blunt the 3-man attack of the Lakers.
Open is Worthy. Ainge, and now it's a 3-on-2 for the Celtics, intercepted by Byron Scott. That's a big turnover right there.
They gave away 2 that time. Byron Scott, great pull-up jump shooter off the fast break.
Bird baseline. No foul called. 4-on-2. L.A. Magic. Quickly to McHale, and Green knocks it away. Magic. Tommy, the Lakers are playing the physical game against the Celtics right now.
They score them in clusters, Dick. You can't let them get started, and they've let the Dragon out of the box.
Magic is 5 for 5 and 12 points and 2 assists as the Lakers have run off 8 consecutive points, and they're getting their fast break going, as you see lately. So with 3:48 to go, into the ball game for the Lakers is Michael Cooper, and you know he'll be watching Larry Bird. Kurt Rambis comes in as well. He'll be assigned to Kevin McHale. So the Lakers going to their bench early here. 22-20. Scott all over Ames. 4 on the shot clock. Dennis Johnson with a wild shot goes in with 1 second on the clock. Magic. Cooper goes for 3. Bird getting down court. Ames down the middle.
Celtics are getting caught up in the Laker tempo.
26-20 Celtics. Kareem. Johnson. Cooper, plenty of time for the 3. He's missed 2 now from that distance. And another fast break. Danny Ainge on the front end. And a foul. And Ainge was hit hard. Michael Cooper. And this game is starting out with the kind of physical style we have seen in NBA Finals past.
You sure this isn't Daytona? I'm telling you, they're zipping it up down the court. Here's Ainge. Eludes one man. But Cooper says, I can block anything. But Nick Danny Ainge in the process.
Cooper's foul. 2 team fouls on the Lakers. The Celtics in the penalty.
You know, the more the Celtics respond with fast breaks, even though they're easy baskets at this stage of the game, the more the big guys of the Celtics are going to tire out.
Danny Ainge has scored 50 points in his last 2 games. 1 out of 2 from the line, and it's 27-20 Boston. And Greg Kite has come in. Perhaps Casey Jones, thinking exactly the way you did, has come in for Robert Parrish. He'll have to guard Kareem, but he'll get help. The pass intended for Rambis thrown away.
Greg Kite doing a great job on defense that time. And I'll tell you, he has been more effective the last couple of weeks than he has in any prior season. Blocking out, rebounding.
Cooper commits the foul.
And here's Kite on defense. Look at him fight the pick. Gets into the play with Kareem. Here's the big double team. And Dennis Johnson stepped in beautifully.
2 fouls on Cooper, and McHale draws another Laker foul. Kurt Rambis committing that one. Getting back to Greg Kite, he's playing more now, and of course he's a guy who really hasn't gotten much respect. You know, in Indiana on the box score they listed him as Tom Kite, the golfer, so he has to gain respect one way or another.
Well, he swings like a golfer while he's out here, but he has got one of those wide bodies that spread out and take up room.
Kite in for Parrish. So it'll be interesting to see how the Celtics do when they go to their bench. Right now they have the comfort of a 9-point lead.
All Casey wants to do after the bench starts to be inserted is keep the lead where it is.
McHale picking up Magic. Cooper gets the offensive rebound, snatched it away from his teammate Rambis. Magic goes in and draws the foul. He went in hard to the basket. This is a hard, tough inside driving game so far.
Well, Magic has so developed his game that when he hits that outside shot, you got to go race at him, and he's got that dribbling ability and penetration to get into the middle of the defense. And baby, nobody reads defenses better than Magic.
He has 13 points. He has had only 3 triple-doubles so far this year, but he's been concentrating a lot more on scoring than rebounding.
Back to the 2 passes, and then a shot.
Celtic lead is 7, 29-22. Offensive foul against Boston. Larry Bird, his 2nd personal foul.
Celtics trying to take advantage of a mismatch, but Cooper using his fast speed, making it difficult for the passer to make the play, but they call a foul on Bird.
Cooper and Magic Johnson in the backcourt. A delay of game warning on Boston. Ainge on Rambis. There's McHale. 1:48 remaining in the first period. Celtics have largely limited the Laker fast break, thus a 29-22 lead. Ainge. Air ball, but there's Bird on the other side. Finds Ainge for a short banker. Tipped up. Kite missed it. Magic to Scott. Kareem coming down on the wing. But here's Byron. Celtics pushing it up.
Well, when they take the outside shot, the Lakers, and there's a long rebound, that's allowing the Celtics to get their fast break going.
Blocking foul on Danny Ainge. Magic and Danny Ainge hit the floor hard. That's his second foul.
A little banging going on. Bodies all over the place. There's Magic pushing it up. Ainge trying to take the charge. He does.
Michael Thompson gets a big hand from the crowd, acquired from San Antonio. He will wear number 43 and have his name on his uniform. They'll do that for him. But today he has to wear the double zeros. He came in last night, underwent a physical, and went over plays earlier with Bill Burtka, Laker assistant, and here he is in the game in the first period.
And they were only going to give him a couple of plays, and he responded so quickly to what they were doing. Burtka says, here's all the plays. You're ready.
29-24, and Magic Johnson has 16 of the Lakers' 24 points. Nearly a minute remaining in the opening stanza. They'll call Worthy for the push, his second personal foul. 4 on Michael Thompson. He's a big man who can play two positions in the front court, and he's smart. He can play defense, and a former teammate of Kevin McHale's at Minnesota.
It'll give him another version of the Twin Towers with Kareem and Michael Thompson in there. But I think his primary use with this ball club will be to back up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and play some significant minutes.
Robert Parrish got a breather, and he'll come in for Kevin McHale. So they rotate the front court. Kite stays in the game.
Casey Jones' coaching of this ball club is like a violinist playing a finely tuned violin. He's always afraid that a string will break.
And he's been precariously hoping that another one wouldn't break. He's lost Wedman and Walton. Worthy with a good fake on Ainge. Goes baseline in a hurry.
Worthy, alive, knowing a mismatch was there, took advantage of Danny Ainge.
Under a minute to go in the first period. End-to-end action. And a lot of physical contact. Like there, Dennis Johnson fouled by Michael Thompson. Now here was the scene at 8:30 this morning as Bill Burtka went over those minimum of plays with the new man, Michael Thompson.
And Bill Burtka told me up at the press room that they only figured to give him 1 or 2 plays, but all of a sudden he responded so nicely and understood what Burtka was trying to do that he gave him all the play patterns, and he said, you're ready to play, and we'll go to you.
Played most of his career with Portland, traded to San Antonio for this season, and now a Laker. Dennis Johnson misses the first free throw. 37 seconds remaining in the first period.
Pat Riley said last year that this man was at peace with his game, in total control of what he was doing on the court, and it hasn't changed much this year, Dennis Johnson.
There's the time, and 16 on the 24-second shot clock till the end of this period. Magic Johnson, second effort. He posted up Danny Ainge, as he's been trying to do throughout the game, and has 18 points in this first period.
Just trying to stop Magic Johnson on a fast break is tough enough. But now when he's getting the ball close to the basket, you got problems.
Celtics playing for the last shot. You see the time. Bird. Dennis Johnson for 3. And that'll do it. Magic Johnson has kept the Lakers in this game with 18 points and brilliant play. But the Celtics, who had a 10-point lead, will go in 32-28 after 1 at the Forum.
You guys were...
When you see a player headed for trouble, you call timeout.
Timeout.
That way you stop mistakes that lose games.
Works in life, too. When you see a friend take the wheel after 2-minute drinks, you know where he's headed. Arrest. Humiliation. A heavy price to pay. When you see a friend headed for that kind of trouble, call timeout.
Stop the mistake that'll cost him a lot more than a game.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Basketball Association is sponsored by Nissan, who invites you to test drive the new Go Any. Dropped just a pair of games at the Forum in a hard-fought first period in which the Celtics lead 32-28.
Even though the Lakers are trailing right now, Dick, I think they got the pace of the first quarter the way they wanted it.
Darren Day has come into the ball game, giving Larry Bird a rest, and Michael Thompson gets his first points in a Laker uniform.
So much for 0-0.
Kareem on the bench did not score in the first period. Parrish working against Thompson as the ball slapped away. And they'll call the foul against the Lakers. Here they are, the first points for Michael. Not his last, I'm sure.
Gets good position on Robert Parrish, right down by the box. A little swing back to the baseline, a la Kareem, and that hook shot right through before Parrish can get to a shooting hand.
McHale comes into the ball game replacing Kite, so the front line now is Darren Day, McHale, and Parrish. Bird scored 9 to lead the Celtics in the first period.
And while the substitutes were in there, they lost some ground on their lead, the Lakers.
Parrish. And Robert Parrish gives the Celtics a 34-30 lead. When Greg Kite came in, the Celtics were up by 7. So they lost a couple of points off their lead, and now an illegal defense has been called against the Celtics. That's the warning. A technical next time around.
Danny Ainge had dropped too far to try and get to the double team of Worthy should he get the ball.
Celtics come into this game with the second best road record in the NBA, just behind the Lakers. Magic posting up Ainge. Ainge the rebound.
Ainge said, I thought I was a guard. Why am I playing low post defense so much?
Because he's 6'5" and Magic 6'9". Ainge has 4 rebounds, by the way. Darren Day, who's been a good acquisition for the Celtics off the bench. Dennis Johnson misses. Rambis quickly into the hands of Magic. Now Cooper. Cooper missed the line drive attempt. And they'll call the foul on Michael Cooper. He went after Dennis Johnson and the ball.
The Lakers' fast break doesn't necessarily mean layups, as it does to most teams. They'll pull up and shoot jumpers from 20 feet.
Well, Tommy, Michael Cooper now has picked up 3 fouls. He'll have to come out, and Byron Scott goes in. So one of the key operatives off the Laker bench is in foul trouble.
And a guy that's very important in helping to defend against Larry Bird.
34-30 Celtics. They have the ball. Minute and a half gone by, second period. Open man is Day. Oh! Magic. Last touch by Parrish. It'll be Lakers ball.
Parrish slow to reacting to the big double team. He should have slid in there. Much better chance for the offensive rebound.
Bird's coming back in for Boston. Worthy. From Michael Thompson.
What a play. Sliding down the lane. Worthy getting the ball. He'll use that tomahawk stuff.
34-32. Celtics had a 10-point lead in the first period, and Parrish goes strong to the hoop.
You got to back off, Robert Parrish. Once he gets the ball, he'll use you to make that spin move.
9:35 on the clock, second period. Michael Thompson setting a pick for Magic Johnson. Now Ainge is on Thompson. He gets the basket. So Ainge, who has been having to worry about Magic Johnson, now finds himself against the taller Michael, who scored.
He had a switch on the pick and roll. That's how he ended up with Thompson.
Go to Parrish. Batted away by Magic. 3-on-2 break. Lakers. Tommy, when the Lakers get a fast break off a turnover, forget it.
When Worthy gets out on that wing and a guard has to try and pick him up, he's in the air before you know what's going on.
Tie score at 36. And a whistle and a foul. And Michael Thompson has picked up his 3rd foul.
Here's the Laker defense in normal speed, fast break. And look at Dennis Johnson trying to get at the bigger James Worthy on the fly. No way.
3 fouls on Michael Thompson, 3 on Cooper, but the Lakers have come back to tie this game.
The lead when he inserts his bench, and so far it's worked on this trip.
Speaking of bench, Jerry Seasting So they rely on him to hit the open jumper when they double the big men and come in the ball game. Big factor in last year's title team. Tied at 36, 8:45 to go first half. Parrish hits the jumper over Michael Thompson, who remains in the game with 3 personal fouls, and the Celtics have the lead.
Total disdain for the double team that time by Parrish.
Worthy. Magic.
How did Jerry Seasting end up guarding James Worthy?
KC's got to go back to the drawing board to try to get somebody on Magic Johnson who can give him a challenge, it seems. Magic has 18 points and 7 assists. Dennis Johnson finds the open spaces. He has 9, tied with Bird for the Celtic lead. Under 8 minutes to go. Good passing by the Lakers at the perimeter, and Michael Thompson tips it in on Scott Smith.
With all that rotation, somebody forgot to block out Michael Thompson after the shot was taken.
He's already paid dividends with the Lakers because Kareem, who has not scored, has had a big rest. He'll come in now. But Thompson already giving the Lakers what they hoped he'd give them. Illegal defense against the Lakers.
Here's Michael Thompson coming inside Parrish for the offensive rebound, and Parrish should not have let him come in like that. And there's Thompson with the good fingertips, soft tipping.
1 warning on each club on the illegal defense. Kareem replaces Rambis, so now we're going to see Michael Thompson in a power forward position with Kareem in the lineup.
You know, Michael Thompson coming into this ball game and playing the center spot used to be Rambis's job, and the Lakers were very small with that second unit. Now they're going to be much, much bigger.
Technical foul on the illegal defense. Bird with 10 points now on the free throw. Bird battling for the loose ball, winds up in Worthy's hand. 4 on 2 and a whistle, and the Celtics were holding in the backcourt. Kevin McHale, his first foul.
McHale knew that they were going to get beat on a fast break if he didn't make that foul, so it was a pretty good foul.
Clarify, the illegal defense called was a technical foul. Michael Thompson, air ball, McHale coming down with it. Bird. He hasn't been open for many shots. Parrish over Kareem. Robert Parrish has 10 points, and he's hit his last 5. And another illegal defense call against the Celtics, and that will result in a technical foul.
Larry Bird went down to double Kareem Abdul-Jabbar before the ball got into Abdul-Jabbar's hands. Here's the rainbow shot over Kareem. Great shooting.
Celtics have the lead. The Lakers have not had it yet in this one. And as he will appear on the magazine cover. And speaking of Pat Riley, you know, one thing I don't think dawned on any of us is that the Lakers have never had the best record going into the playoffs. And Riley says he wants it. And, of course, both teams coming into this game with identical 37-12 records. And that means a home court advantage in case they do meet in the finals.
Yesterday, Dick, when we went to the practice, I was so impressed with Pat Riley working with the rookie Billy Thompson on some very fundamental things. To take the time and the patience, admirable.
Scott hit the technical off of the second illegal defense call. Lakers regain possession. Kareem on the board for the first time with 6:35 remaining, ties the game for the 6th occasion in this first half.
Conservation tactics, saving Kareem's stamina. That time they picked him to the ball so he didn't have to fight Parrish for the position.
Thompson is trying to front McHale. That could be a dangerous move.
Nobody throws better passes against fronting of big people than the Celtics do.
Both of those two, Thompson and McHale, played at the University of Minnesota. The pupil was McHale. Scott missing, and there's Kareem in the right place at the right time. Did not throw out a good pass to Magic Johnson, who might have been able to try a three-pointer. And now the Lakers getting sloppy with the passing, turn it over to the Celtics.
With the Twin Towers, the Celtics doubling all the time means that one of the outside men will have to hit from downtown.
Bird low post against Worthy. Everyone else on the weak side. Fall away by Bird. Rebound inside by Dennis Johnson. Staggers out with the ball. 5:20 remaining in the first half. It's 45-43 Celtics. Scott on Seasting. 10 on the shot clock. McHale and Michael Thompson jousting, and McHale buries a baseline jumper.
That's how we developed that jumper against Michael Thompson back at Minnesota.
5 for 7 for McHale. He has 12 points and is the leading scorer for the Celtics. Magic had 18 in the first period for the Lakers. 10 on the clock, under 5 minutes to go in the period. Seasting doubles Worthy. Scott with Seasting in his face, misses. Kareem and a new clock for L.A. Worthy going strong. Left-handed shot by James Worthy.
When he's down in the low post, James Worthy, you're facing the Grim Reaper.
And Dennis Johnson fouled by Magic Johnson. 2 former Golden Gophers.
Fight for position. Did that go on up in Minnesota? Their practices, Thompson used to block his shot, and that's how Kevin McHale developed that fall away.
A hand as A.C. Green comes into the game, replacing Michael Thompson, who goes out with 6 points. Magic with his second personal foul, and Dennis Johnson is on the line. What a debut for Michael Thompson.
Well, he's in real good shape. He's been playing a lot of minutes. The only thing is, does he know the play patterns? They feel he can do it even after just a morning session talking about it, and it looks like he can.
Dennis Johnson, as well as Magic Johnson, have not been out of this ball game. They've played this entire first half. And as you mentioned, both of those players are nursing injuries. 49-45 Celtics. That's the time remaining in the first half.
Pace slowed down very much here in the second quarter.
Open is Scott. And the Lakers crashing the offensive glass, and A.C. Green draws the foul. Kite has come in the ball game, and McHale is called for the foul, number 2 on Kevin.
It was 3-on-2 rebounding for the Lakers. They all had a easy step in to get that ball.
Here's A.C. Green. The Lakers have been out-rebounded in 8 of their last 12 games. Coming into this year, they thought they wouldn't be able to handle the boards too well, but whatever they're doing right with the kind of record they've had, and more than holding their own so far.
And that guy that just took those free throws, I believe, is responsible for a lot of that good rebounding.
He's their leader now in that department. A.C. Green, 1 out of 2. 49-46 Celtics, under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn at the Forum. McHale looks to draw a foul and gets 2 points. 14 now for McHale. He is the Celtic leading scorer in the game and on the year. Worthy. And traveling a call against A.C. Green.
Larry Bird is leaving him all open at the head of the key, and Green felt that time he could take it to the hoop.
Celtics slowing it up in a 5-point lead. Their biggest lead was 10 in the first period. We've had 6 ties. Kareem now on McHale. Wild shot, and so that matchup works for the Lakers.
They isolated McHale in the low post. The Lakers handled it.
Magic. And Green, 3-second violation. Bird came rushing at A.C. Green, and there was a 3-second violation in the lane too much. As you look at the shooting, good shooting throughout this game.
Well, the Lakers are getting fast break baskets. Now they're being relegated to their half-court offense. Not quite as effective.
Steal by Magic Johnson. And they'll call Dennis Johnson with a foul, his 3rd personal foul.
What a play by Magic Johnson to make that steal.
Just grabbed the ball out as soon as Dennis started to throw it. Timeout here.
Has found a way to use his bench effectively.
Sam Vincent, one of those men, in the game now, replacing Dennis Johnson, who has 3 personal fouls. So Sam Vincent guarding Byron Scott. Tight in the ball game. So Parrish getting a rest. Kareem trying to get it into Magic. And a foul. If that's on McHale, that'll be 3 on Kevin. And it is. So McHale has 3 fouls.
Mr. Inside offense for the Celtics picks up the foul. Here's Kareem, sees the double team, and well, it could have gone no call as far as I'm concerned.
4th team foul on the Celtics. Tight the rebound. Byron Scott has missed his last 6 shots. And the Celtics have a 5-point lead as we're getting close to the 2-minute mark. Here in the first half. McHale doubled. Vincent, foul line jumper, and Byron Scott leads the break for the Lakers. Celtics getting back quickly. KC said that's one way to thwart the break. Get back. Scott, top of the key, breaks his drought and hits the shot. It's 51-48 and under 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Very important basket for Scott's head. Get his confidence back.
He was 2 for 10 before that hoop. Tipped away. And a reaching foul called against James Worthy, and that'll be 3 on Worthy. And so it'll be interesting to see when we get into the second half, Tommy, which of these players with 3 fouls picks up number 4 quickly, if any.
It would affect the Celtics probably more because Kevin McHale is their low post offense.
Vincent controlling the ball. Crowd yelling for a turnover. Jess Kersey said no. 1.5 minutes on the clock. Vincent used his left arm and body well, and the Celtics up by 5. The Lakers have not had the lead in this ball game. That basket by Vincent with their first points off the bench today. Scott. Ainge. The rebound. Nearly a minute to go in the first half.
Celtics definitely slowing it down with this unit in there.
McHale. Fall away. Beauty by Kevin McHale. And a 7-point Celtic lead under a minute to go. Biggest lead for Boston was 10 in the first period.
When this unit is in there, it goes into Kevin McHale.
A.C. Green. Magic trying to keep it alive. McHale clears, and Tommy, the Lakers are forced to shoot from outside. They can't get any inside shots now.
Well, that's why Scott made that one shot. He's got to hit a couple, and so does Magic from the outside.
Bird short on the fall away. 30 seconds to go and 22 on the shot clock. Lakers won't have the lead. They just want to narrow it. Rolls off the rim to Worthy. 55-50 Boston. And the Celtics can play for the last shot of the half. And what a half it's been. Magic with 18. All in the opening period. Celtics with good balance, led by McHale with 16. 3 seconds and a 3-point shot by Danny Ainge with 1 second to play in the half. And the Celtics have given Pat Riley something to chew on. A 58-50 lead at the half. They led all the way in the first half with good balanced scoring. And the pace has gone their way. We'll be back with Pat O'Brien at the half.
Form in Inglewood, California. It is the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics lead it now 58-50. It's been a tough inside game. Magic Johnson has 18 points. This will be the last time these two teams will meet, unless, of course, they meet in the finals. They have a sold-out crowd here at the Forum. 17,000-plus fans who have come to see these two giants play basketball. They only played one other time this season, and the Lakers won that one in the Boston Garden, and you know how tough that has been. But they have come here to see him play for a second time. And hi again, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien. Once again, welcome to the Prudential at the half. And our theme today is the finish line. And certainly these two teams are looking for the finish line. That is the NBA Finals. Earlier today here on CBS, Bill Elliott won the finish line at Daytona. He drove 176.263 miles per hour to get his second win at Daytona. Well, last week, the guy who got to the finish line first over 24 NBA All-Stars was Tom Chambers, who in one day went from a sub for Ralph Sampson to a genuine certified superstar.
I thought that I deserved to be in the game in the first place and hadn't, but I really wanted to. I really wanted to play in front of the home crowd and have my opportunity to play in the All-Star game. I didn't know if I'd ever have a better season than I'd had this year, and I didn't like to see opportunity like that go away.
But Chambers nearly let his opportunity to shine slip through his fingers as he missed some of the easiest shots an All-Star can get.
He's missed his first 4 shots. That may be the last shot they'll give him.
After I missed those first 4, I started putting pressure on myself and saying, geez, Tom, you gotta, be sure of your next shot, make sure that shot goes in. You can't keep missing because you're not going to get many more opportunities.
But soon, it was showtime. And when it was over, he had 34 points, the MVP trophy, a lot of new fans, all kinds of fans.
Chambers deserved what he got in that game, and I'm glad he was there, because without it, I probably would be 1-4 right now in All-Star.
As for Chambers, he could get used to the life of Riley.
I haven't had the opportunity to play in front of those big crowds and with that much excitement and with the great players I was playing with, so it was something that I've never felt before, but I sure would like to feel it again. It was tremendous.
How do you like that? Tom Chambers, superstar. Well, it was quite an all-star weekend last weekend in Seattle, and by now you've probably seen all the highlights, all the pictures, and by now you've probably figured out you're going to see some more. You're right. Some shots you would no doubt never see were it not for the following slideshow. We are calling it Pictures at an Exhibition.
If a picture paints 1,000 words.
By the looks of it, a lot of you brought cameras to All-Star Weekend. I don't know how your pictures turned out. Here's a few of mine.
Freeze frame!
Here's Tom Chambers watching the three-point contest. We've got some better ones of him later. Larry Bird at practice. Looks nervous, doesn't he? A lot of meetings during the weekend. Here, East meets West. Here's a blurry shot of Pat Riley leaving that meeting. Caught up with KC in the hallway. He's saying, I think I'll start Larry Bird. An exclusive shot of Dr. J, the only moment he wasn't surrounded by fans. Well, the guys were in a good mood. That's Isaiah. Here's, whoops, there he is, the Magic Man. Mark Aguirre brought a winter coat. It didn't fit. Here's some fantasy shots. Dunking over the Dunk King. That's Akeem Olajuwon with a block and a foul. Nap time, Sleepy Floyd. Here's, how'd that get in there? That's a friend's wedding last month. We all work hard on All-Star Weekend. A lot of meetings. Dick doesn't like meetings. Neither does Tommy. Here's a happier moment. Games into OT. Here's the East huddle. The West. Look at Joe Barry and Kareem. Here we are calmly planning the MVP ceremony with Commissioner Stern. Here we are near panic just before we came back from commercial to give Chambers the trophy. And finally, getting on one more plane with our producer, who made me fly with him so we could have a meeting. And one of the things Mike Burke says was, Pat, go right to commercial. So, when we come back, we'll visit the finish line in the Meadowlands at the Olympic Invitational Track Meet, as At the Half rolls on from the Forum after a commercial and a word from your local station. Stay with us. Basketball. Michael Cooper, the Secretary of Defense in the NBA, is thinking about competing in the 1988 Olympics as a high jumper. It makes sense. He has a 39-inch vertical leap, and he's going to try to transform this kind of talent, jumping over 7-footers, into another kind of talent, jumping 7 foot and over. He told me before the game he was a high jumper in high school, and his goal is to be able to jump and hit the top of the backboard. We wish him luck with that. Well, for now, Coop and the Lakers have their minds focused on beating the Boston Celtics this afternoon, and we are about to begin the second half. I'm Pat O'Brien. Thank you for joining us at the half. Enjoy the second half here on CBS.
It's time to stand up and let everyone know it's not okay to take drugs.
So if someone asks you, say I'll pass. It's the best move you can make. Look, we're all in this together, and we want you to know
The NBA family says no to drugs. Play it smart. Don't foul out.
The NBA on CBS going, but haven't converted because the Celtics are getting back on defense. And the Celtics, name of the game has been their inside scoring. Kareem, who has scored only 2 points, has his shot knocked away. There's the inside scoring led by McHale, 16. Kareem, as we said, only 2. 9 fast breaks, but only 12 points. That's not a good number.
Not for the Lakers.
And it's Boston ball, last touched by Kareem.
Casey Jones used his bench liberally in that first half, so the stamina factor may not be a problem. But all for the exception of Kevin McHale, who played 22 minutes in that first half.
And he is their big low post offense. He's played a lot of time picking up where he left off. And McHale now with 18 points. Magic Johnson had 18, but all in the first period. And the Celtics have matched their biggest lead of the game, 10.
Magic Johnson on the fast break, dynamite. When the Celtics took that speed away from him, they had to slow down. Magic not quite as effective.
Lakers have been limited to outside shots. They didn't go in toward the end of the period. Maybe this will be a change for them as Johnson with 20 now.
You know, Magic's not giving up.
I don't know who is. McHale, low post, double teamed. He's playing with 3 fouls, and this will be against the Lakers. McHale and Dennis Johnson have 3 fouls for the Celtics. Michael Cooper has 3 for the Lakers. Worthy has just picked up. Worthy has 3 fouls as well. AC Green picked up 1 just here.
AC Green trying to deny Kevin McHale position, fronting him, moving around him, making it difficult to pass the ball into Kevin McHale. But look, he's got it.
Scott helping out. And another Laker foul, 2 in a row. AC Green picks up 2 quick ones here.
Once McHale gets the ball, Dick, he is so difficult to defend. He reads the defense, the double teams when they're coming at him. He knows when to fake. He lifts people in the air. Then he slides by them with those long arms.
We've talked about Magic Johnson and the MVP kind of year he's having. If the Celtics have an MVP candidate, you're looking at him right now.
In addition to him being their set offense, he's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar used to be for the Lakers, McHale's inside game. But he's also playing the tough defensive or the tough offensive player on the other team.
10-point lead, 62 to 52. Kareem looking for something to happen, misses a skyhook, knocked out of bounds, and it goes the same way. Kareem is 1 for 6 shooting. He's having a rough first half and leading into the second now. Has scored only 2 points.
Kareem, when he loses his rhythm, his shooting goes off.
Magic Johnson hit his first, misses the second, but it's knocked out of bounds by Parrish, giving the Lakers new hope here.
Worthy has not produced in the low post. The Celtics backing down, daring the Lakers to beat them from the outside.
Myron Scott had a rough shooting first half. Worthy misses. Lakers getting a lot of chances, but they've been ice cold. Really ice cold. Rebound by Parrish, and a chance for the Celtics to establish their biggest lead of the ball game.
The Celtics, or the Lakers rather, are capable of erupting.
McHale gives them that, a 12-point lead, and Pat Riley, who's looking for a sweep of the season series after winning at Boston Garden, finds his team trailing 64-52. Kareem misses from the baseline, and now it's Celtics again.
McHale may be walking around on his knees by the end of this ball game. He's doing it all.
Meanwhile, the Lakers can't hit anything. Bird on a great pass from Danny Ainge. And Larry Bird, who took only 7 shots in the first half, has 12, and the Celtics have rolled up a 66-52 lead. Timeout called by the Lakers.
do what he was born to do.
Maybe so, but that's not all. They let Isaiah play like he's 10 feet tall.
For the kind of moves that never fail, the weapon's the choice of Kevin McHale.
The same is true for Mark McGuire. When I wear weapons, I'm on fire.
Well, what can the weapons do for King? Well, I can do just about anything.
You already know what you did for me.
What?
I walked away with the MVP.
The Converse weapon, the #1 weapon in the NBA.
The cops want to make him a snitch.
You get somebody. Riley said the Celtics may be the smartest starting five since the Knicks of the 70s. Worthy on a feed from Magic. The Lakers 2 for 9 shooting this period. Trail now by 12.
Right there, the Lakers may have found something. Magic in the low post affected the first half. The Celtics doubled. Magic can pick them apart with passes.
Green is out guarding Parrish. Worthy on Bird, circling around, and Larry Bird, 14 points.
Losing Worthy with picks.
Worthy on offense. Ainge, pesky defensively. They swing it around to Byron Scott, who hits. They're going to need Scott's outside shooting because he's been open a lot today.
The double downs on the big guys have been working for the Celtics.
8.5 minutes remaining in the third period. 68-56. Lakers forced to come back on their home court in this one. Lakers playing defense very well. 3 seconds on the clock. Parrish keeps it alive. But the Lakers found the open man quickly on that segment.
Dennis Johnson had the clock down to 3 before he took that shot.
Ainge with Magic in his face. And another rebound offensively by the Celtics, and Riley's got to be furious now.
A guard should not get those kind of rebounds.
And they're going to call the foul against Abdul-Jabbar, and that will be Kareem's first. Michael Thompson's going to go back in the ball game. He scored 6 points in his Laker debut in the first half. And AC Green sits down. So they're going to go with Michael Thompson and Kareem at the same time.
Trying to match strength on the boards with the Celtics right now. McHale and Parrish, along with DJ, who made a great offensive rebound that time. Riley's saying we need some board strength.
Dennis Johnson has scored 11 points. He has 6 rebounds and 7 assists. So far a fine all-round game for DJ.
Casey Jones has brought out the best in this man. He has listened to Dennis Johnson, and that's what I think a lot of other coaches that he had prior to Casey never did do.
The lead is 13 for Boston, 69-56, 7:55 remaining in the third. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn at the Foreman Inglewood. Scott open again. He's not been consistent. He hits one, misses a couple. Here's a long pass to Parrish for an easy bucket.
At the right time, the middle of the third quarter, Kareem way behind Parrish.
And a foul as Magic goes in.
Parrish immediately up the floor, out around the foul line, knows that they have the rebound. And look how quickly Parrish gets out in the front of that fast break. Kareem half a court away, trying to catch up.
Parrish's foul and Magic Johnson on the line. The Celtics with their biggest lead of 15. Magic will try to cut it to 13 here.
Magic's penetration into the gut of the Celtics defense could be very important. Because he gets you moving, the back line moving, and so Magic can make those inside passes for Thompson and Kareem to score on.
22 points for Magic Johnson. Lakers have not had the lead at all in this game. Bird. Dennis Johnson. Larry Bird has the ability to find a man who's been hot. And the man who's hot in this game, among others, is Dennis Johnson, whose fine inside play has helped Boston immensely. Magic. Loose ball, Worthy. Tipped away. Ainge, and a foul is called against Magic Johnson.
James Worthy has been doing a great job on Larry Bird, not going for too many fakes, has forced him to take fall-away shots. DJ now says, I'm getting inside you fellas, and slides one by Kareem. That's not easy.
It's 73-58. The Celtics still on a roll. In an all-star game, Magic Johnson organized for the United Negro Fund. And the two of them enjoyed each other and enjoyed playing with each other in the game at Pauley Pavilion in Los Angeles. And there's Magic and Bird. I'll tell you, it'd be great just to see these guys play together in earnest just one time, wouldn't it?
Watch this play. Trailer man hits another guy coming up. That is creative fast break opportunity basketball.
Since the Magic Bird era that began in 1979 and 80, the Celtics lead the regular season series 8-7. But they're 14-14, including the playoffs. So something's got to give, and today it will.
Lakers perfectly capable of getting back into this ball game quickly.
And they got Michael Cooper to help do that. Cooper is into the ball game. He's in the backcourt with Magic. Worthy, Kareem, and Michael Thompson also in there. It's Celtics ball with 8 seconds on the clock. Kareem with 2 points. He's guarding McHale. Ainge. Worthy clears. In the middle of Magic. All the way. And great defense inside. I don't know if it was Parrish or Bird. Someone got a hand on it. On the ball.
Lakers quickly back, Dick, as Ainge pulled it up.
Dennis Johnson deflected it. Parrish, hook, misses. Follow-up misses. Cooper with 6 minutes to go in the third period, trying to generate something here for the Lakers.
If they put that speed on the Celtics right now, they may have a chance of cracking them.
Cooper misses long distance. McHale clears. The Celtics getting back defensively as well as they've done in a long time. Bird. And the Celtics now lead it 75-58, their biggest lead of the ball game. And the Lakers are a paltry 3 for 14 shooting this period. Worthy comes back with 2. But the Celtics have stymied the Laker fast break by quickly getting back.
They have gotten 3 guys back to blunt the 3-man attack, which is so devastating of the Lakers fast break. And that's admirable, but it may be taking a toll on the Celtics coming into the fourth quarter, particularly against Larry Bird and Kevin McHale.
Well, that's what we're going to wait to see, and the Lakers are ice cold from outside as Casey Jones' game plan is worked to perfection thus far. Kareem committed the foul, his second, and McHale misses his first try. McHale and Magic Johnson are the game's high scorers, each with 22.
McHale handles double and triple teams in such a fashion like I've never seen in the NBA, almost with total disdain.
5:15 to go, third period. The lead is 16 for Boston. Magic is foul driving in. Jess Kersey calls it on Dennis Johnson, who's doing all kinds of pirouettes. That's number 4 on Dennis Johnson.
When Magic Johnson uses the pick and roll play and then decides to penetrate, you've got to get out in front of him and directly in front of him, or otherwise he's going to score or create a good passing opportunity.
Magic is 9 for 9 from the line, so he has penetrated enough today to go to the line that many times. 76-62 Celtics. 5:10 to go in the third.
Celtics have taken the speed away from the Lakers. Unbelievable.
Magic trying to deny Dennis Johnson. Parrish with another offensive rebound for Boston.
Celtics going into some shooting woes.
Michael Thompson tips it away out of bounds, and Thompson and the rest of the Lakers thought it was last touch by the Celtics. Otherwise, they would have gone after the ball. They had some time and room. And now a 20-second timeout called by Casey Jones.
We're going to watch Larry Bird.
76ers, who are a hurting bunch these days. That'll be noon Eastern time from the Spectrum in Philadelphia. By the way, the trading deadline is midnight Eastern time tonight. Ainge missing the shot, rebound Magic Johnson, and so far the only deal of note is Michael Thompson going from San Antonio to the Lakers.
And when the Celtics get tired, they start to miss their shots by front rimming them.
Double team with McHale and Ainge on Magic. Parrish made a fine play, but it's still Lakers ball. I mean, the Lakers have had only 12 opportunities on the break and have come up with 12 points. That's not their game.
They've got to get more out of their fast break than that.
Kareem misses a skyhook. Rebound Magic. Celtics lead 76-62. They'll call a holding foul. Kareem was trying to jockey, and now Danny Ainge has picked up his third personal foul. As you look at a halftime college basketball score, and a surprise with Marquette leading the Tar Heels.
Lakers have not been able to find a hot hand.
Hasn't been Scott, certainly not Kareem. Magic was early, and that was it. Cooper gets another chance on an errant throw, and Parrish may have been the man committing the foul on Michael Cooper. But you're right, they don't have anyone since Magic Johnson's 18 in the first period to pick up the slack.
They've had plenty of easy shots. They're normal shots. Guys coming across the middle, shooting hook shots, wide open outside shots, and just not been able to hit the bottom of the net.
Parrish's foul is his third.
One of the conservation moves for the Lakers is for Kareem to go back on defense, not even contest for rebounds on free throws. It saves them running up the court at least one time.
76-64, and the crowd into this game once more, as the Lakers will try to chop into what was a 17-point lead. Dennis Johnson misses. Michael Thompson, and here's Worthy. He beat the defense down court, and the Celtics paid for it. Down to 10 now. Wide open is Dennis Johnson. Bird. Great play by Bird, and a bullet pass from Dennis Johnson.
Excellent patience by the Celtics to move that Laker defense.
Lakers quickly back on the perimeter. Michael Thompson. This is the drive, and now Bird on the wing.
Up the court at least one time.
76-64, and the crowd into this game once more, as the Lakers will try to chop into what was a 17-point lead. Dennis Johnson misses. Michael Thompson, and here's Worthy. He beat the defense down court, and the Celtics paid for it. Down to 10 now. Wide open is Dennis Johnson. Bird. Great play by Bird, and a bullet pass from Dennis Johnson.
Excellent patience by the Celtics to move that Laker defense.
Lakers quickly back on the perimeter. Michael Thompson. This is the drive, and now Bird on the wing. Under 3 minutes to go, third period. 78-66, Celtics by 12. And Parrish called for the offensive foul. That's number 4 on Robert. So Dennis Johnson and Robert Parrish each have 4 fouls for the Celtics. Timeout. 2:52 on the clock.
My amigo Juan.
In 5 games last year, trying to regain control of the West. Michael Thompson hopes to help them there, and it's tipped up. I think looked like one of the Celtics might have had something to do with it. I'm not sure, but it hit the outside rim and then fell in. In any event, the Celtic lead is down to 10 again.
Bird ended up having to play Michael Thompson, and that's probably the worst part of his game, defending low post people.
There's the foul story. Celtics with 2 players with 4 fouls. Under 2.5 to play in the third period. Lakers were down by 8 at the half. And they're going to call an offensive foul and a technical foul. Offensive foul on McHale, his 4th, and a technical called on McHale after that.
Let's see what went on. There's Kareem trying to front them, and they got hooked in the elbows. I guess it could have got called anyway, any which way, but it ends up on McHale.
Are you trying to say that you don't agree with that call?
When they're banging down there on a low post, you can catch any one of several different points of contact.
Fred Roberts making his first appearance of the game. replaces McHale, who goes out. There's Roberts. McHale scored 23 points, but goes to the bench with 4 fouls.
And maybe a blessing in disguise for the Celtics. Kevin McHale, a needed blow so he can come fresh in the fourth quarter.
Michael Thompson to a driving Worthy. Kareem out to Cooper. Cooper. No basket. Offensive foul. Cooper ran into Kite.
Smart play by Greg Kite. Stepped right in. That's the type of thing that he's had to learn, reading the offense and when to set himself up to take charges.
Because when you said good time for McHale to get a blow, you mean a rest. When you guys played, and they still do, they say, give me a blow when you go down to the bench.
That's it.
Under 2 minutes to go in the third. And Larry Bird is fouled going in. And they've turned this one up a couple of notches. Magic Johnson has picked up his 4th personal foul, the first Laker to get 4. Cooper, by the way, also has 4.
But the Lakers sense right now, Dick, there's a chance to win this ball game with McHale out. Magic is saying, it wasn't me that created that foul, and he's furious. Pat Riley's saying it had to be somebody else.
It's interesting that with all the histrionics, I think the officials respect Magic Johnson, who doesn't complain that much, and that's why they're liable to take a lot more. Was he right?
And he wasn't near it. It was really Michael Thompson that created the foul, a 0-0, but they give it to Magic.
Bird missed a free throw. He missed the first free throw, and now Jess Kersey is going to the scorer's table because you're right, the replay shows that Magic Johnson wasn't there.
He was a good 2 feet away from where the contact happened on Bird.
He won his case. He won his case. It's Michael Thompson with his 3rd.
Here it is from a different angle. There's Thompson immediately making the move to help out on Bird. Creates the foul.
Bird misses both. And the crowd loves it. 78-69. The Celtics lead is 9. It was 17.
You watch Magic take over now. They got Kareem working on a smaller Kite.
Cooper for 3. Kite the rebound. So Magic Johnson still with 3 personal fouls.
Still no good inside game from the Lakers, even with Kite in there.
Magic on Bird. Double team. Quick passing. Kareem on the rebound with 1:13 on the clock and a chance to cut it to 7. It's good. I've seen him before. Well, you said Magic would go to work right here.
Here's Kite trying to stop a penetrator. He angles him off, but in so doing, puts his numbers up against Magic. That's a tough job for a center to try and do. Angle off a penetrator from a direct angle to the basket.
3-point play from Magic Johnson, and it's now Celtics by 6, 78-72. A minute to go in the 3rd period. This place is rocking. Ames. High arcing shot, but there's Bird.
Celtics missing their outside shots.
Dennis Johnson. He misses. Here's Cooper. And he's fouled. They may have to come back to McHale soon.
Or Robert Parrish, either one, to provide some inside play as the Celtics are going cold from the outside, and the Lakers on the long rebounds turning it into fast break opportunities.
The Celtics had a 10-point lead in the first half. The Lakers came back and tied it. Then it was 8 points at halftime. Stretched it to 17. And now the Lakers are on a run right now. And it's 78-73. And Michael Cooper can cut the deficit to 4 points.
Dick, there's a rhythm to fast break basketball. If you score one, sometimes the second one comes quicker, the third even quicker.
So the Lakers are on a 14-2 run here with 33 seconds to go and 15 on the shot clock in the 3rd period. Illegal defense against the Lakers and a technical foul situation. That'll give the Celtics a chance to get one and then to run out almost the rest of the period. There are 25 seconds left, and they'll have a new clock of 24.
Larry Bird, when Kevin McHale is not in the ball game, is their prime offensive player. Worthy is doing an outstanding job against Larry Bird. So Dennis Johnson and now Seasting may have to hit from the outside.
Only 1 second differential between the game clock that you see and the 24-second shot clock. And the Lakers are trying to make it difficult for the Celtics. Dennis Johnson gets the basket with 4 seconds to go. And it's 81-74. Magic. It goes!
Magic is going to make it happen one way or the other. Is that a three-point shot? You better believe it is.
31 points for Magic Johnson, and what a spectacular end to the third period with the score 81-77 Celtics. And we'll return after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
There may be automobile incentive.
4.
America's game. It's fantastic. I mean, normally Larry Bird breaks people's hearts and backs with shots like these.
I'll tell you, he was well within his range, at least in his head. And now he's going to say, I can make those all the time.
And a guy who used to do a lot of that, the Lakers general manager Jerry West, who engineered that big acquisition of Michael Thompson this week.
He made a big shot against the Knicks long time ago, and he made a big shot over this weekend.
So they start the fourth period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn. The Lakers are on a 17-5 run. They cut a 17-point lead down to 4. 81-77. Greg Kite still in there. Karen Day has come in for the Celtics, giving Larry Bird a breather. McHale back in, playing with 4 fouls. Dennis Johnson, what a workhorse he's been. 18 for Dennis Johnson.
He knows he's not hitting from the outside, so he's driving to the hoop as they're rotating.
Left off the All-Star team, although you easily could have put him on there. He's really the 4th All-Star for the Celtics, and Danny Ainge not that far behind. Michael Thompson double team. Seasting is in there, guarding Cooper. Thompson turnaround.
Big hoop.
10 points for Michael Thompson, the new boy in town.
Not going to be new for long.
83-79. This is an important sequence because the Celtics going with their bench here, Tom. McHale misses. Lambus to Cooper. Scott did not get a good pass.
Celtics got 3 guys back very quickly.
Scott. Air ball. Rebound, Dennis Johnson. So let's see whose bench will do the job right here.
They need some inside play, the Lakers.
Minute and a half gone by in this fourth period. 83-79 Celtics. Foul. Byron Scott. First personal foul and the first team foul of his final period. Dennis Johnson has 7 rebounds and 9 assists to go with his 18 points today. Michael Thompson tips it away from McHale. Sam Vincent replaces Dennis Johnson, who gets a well-deserved rest. Johnson has been nothing short of brilliant this afternoon.
Casey Jones trying to match up Dennis Johnson or Danny Ainge to make sure they get some rest while Magic is on the bench.
Vincent. Rebound Cooper. Chance to cut the Celtic lead to a pair.
They don't execute their fast break offense quite as well with Cooper in the middle.
Scott 4 for 16. They get it into Michael Thompson. 2 on the shot clock. Worthy is fouled by Darren Day. Magic Johnson getting a breather with 31 points, including that 3-point shot at the buzzer. But Day commits the foul, and going to the line will be Worthy.
I like what Magic Johnson did after he hit that 3-pointer. Come on, you fans. Are you with us or against us?
Well, he led the cheers at the All-Star game after the West moved in front in overtime. Timeout with 9:46 to go. Games in the regular season is in severe jeopardy right now. Although 9:46 to go, he can pick him up in a bundle, but he's got to be in there to do it.
The Lakers count on him in the last 4 minutes of the ball game, so if he can heat up, he's liable to get back into that double-figure column.
May not be the thing on his mind, though, and the rest of the Lakers, the way they have been so focused this year when everyone figured Houston was going to now take over the mantle as the dominant team in the West. The Lakers have turned their game up a notch, and they're going to have to do it here to pull this game out, and they're 3 behind the Celtics right now.
He's a man that plays the low post when Kareem was not in the ball game. With Thompson on the team now, they'll use him a lot more. Worthy will have to score more out in the open court.
Worthy has 20 points. Magic Johnson 31, Michael Thompson 10. Those are the double-figure scores for L.A. Rambis is on Parrish, Worthy, and Bird. Rambis on a switch picks up Bird. McHale and Michael Thompson whistle, no basket. And Michael Thompson has picked up his 4th personal foul.
Lakers are out challenging every pass right now. Don't be surprised if they don't pick one off.
Seasting. First shot of the game, and he makes it count. Jerry Seasting. It's now 85-81 Boston. Worthy facing the basket momentarily. Over McHale. 22 for Worthy. Once again, it's 85-83. Keep in mind the Celtics had opened up a 17-point lead in the 3rd period. Isolating and now doubling Bird. Vincent walks. And Magic Johnson, with a little rest, comes back in the ball game. And Dennis Johnson does the same. Neither coach in this chess game want to keep their top guards on the bench for long.
Celtics very small in the backcourt right now with Seasting and Sam Vincent, so Magic will have a decided height advantage.
Dennis Johnson has to wait before he comes back in there, but he'll be coming back. Cooper for 3. And the Lakers have regained the lead after trailing by 17. On a Cooper 3-point bomb. 8:25 remaining, and the first time today the Lakers have had the lead. Backcourt violation. Wasn't touched by the Lakers, and they'll get the ball back. And KC has the furrowed brow now.
Good aggressive defense that time by the Lakers. Forced that errant pass by Sam Vincent.
What's brought the Lakers back?
I think when McHale went to the bench, they picked up their spirits and said, we can win this thing. And sometimes in a big game like that, that's all it takes.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Seasting gambling for the steal. Stop. And the Celtics do get it back on a fine defensive scrapping effort.
What defense by Bird. He waits for you to bring the ball behind your head, and then he'll block it.
Lakers with a 1-point lead, just under 8 minutes to go in the 4th period. Cooper is on Bird. Enough said. Seasting in the corner. 2 for 2 for Jerry Seasting.
He's the only one that's still got his outside shooting legs together.
And the Celtics take the lead by 1. And Kareem getting set to come back in. Bird is on Cooper. Cooper on Bird. Michael Thompson travels. So Thompson travels, and it'll be Boston ball, and Kareem will come in the game for Rambis. And once again, you'll see Kareem and Michael Thompson in the lineup at the same time. as you see Michigan State beating Michigan in an upset in Big Ten basketball today. Celtics with the ball in a 1-point lead. Nearly 7 minutes remaining in the fourth period. 8 on the clock. And an LA foul. It'll be the third team foul against the Lakers, and for Kareem, his third personal foul.
The defense in this ball game has been outstanding by both teams.
Thompson knocks it away.
Celtics have gotten back to stop this Laker fast break, and all of a sudden the Lakers are becoming very aggressive in denying the ball to anybody the Celtics want to pass it to.
Timeout. There's our story. We'll be back to the Forum after this.
An important final showdown. Kareem and the Lakers take on Dr. J and the Sixers next Sunday on CBS Sports.
Going to see Larry Bird play some great defense here. The offensive man comes strong to the basket. He thinks he's got the shot, but Larry Bird blocks it from behind. I mean, he really gets you going. And you want to see the Lakers come up the other end. They double team Larry.
The Celtics have lost more than they've won in real close games this year. They're shooting 48% and the Lakers 43%. Keep in mind, the Lakers rarely win when they shoot under 50%. Under 7 minutes to go. Seasting and Dennis Johnson, the guards. McHale, Parrish, and Bird, the starting front court for Boston. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Bird with Cooper. McHale tries to get a shot up. Seasting finds an open space and hits again. Jerry Seasting is 3 for 3 off the bench to give the Celtics a three-point lead.
Was he alert? There was only 1 second left on that 24-second clock when he took the shot.
Kareem hits the skyhook. Only his second basket of the ball game. 4 points for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and yet the Lakers trail by only 1.
But he takes the key shots coming down the stretch in that low post.
He did in the fourth period at Boston Garden in December, didn't he?
He sure did.
Bird trying to post up Cooper. Dennis Johnson wide open. What a game for Dennis Johnson, who has 20 points.
Hampering Larry Bird a little bit. He's not been able to get free quite as much as he has on this trip.
Bird, though, has 19. And Kareem only 4 points away from double figures for 743 straight times.
I'm going to write a song for Kareem. Swinging to the baseline for the hook shot.
Kind of gone a long way with that shot, hasn't it? An illegal defense called against the Lakers. That's the 4th time today, and there's going to be a technical foul. Byron Scott, the guilty party, as James Worthy returns to the game, replacing Byron Scott. So now a bigger team in there for the Lakers, Tom.
That may mitigate against them, though, Dick. They have outstanding speed, and well, Cooper's going to be in the backcourt. They'll still have that speed, and Worthy at the forward spot, so they'll be bigger and maybe just as fast. .5:20 remaining. Now Worthy is on Bird. Great pass by Bird. He can find you even if you're at the other side, and Dennis Johnson with 22 now. And it's 94-90 in favor of the Celtics. Made the Laker defense spread.
Lakers have had the lead once today at 86-85. Worthy with a short jumper. Under 5 minutes to go.
They send one man through, and a second cutter comes behind him, and a lot of the times he's wide open.
Dennis Johnson with 22. Bird has 20. McHale 23. The leading scorers for the Celtics. Magic with 31 is the overall game high score. 4 on the shot clock as Dennis Johnson and Worthy got into it. Cooper dives out of bounds, and it's now the Lakers are claiming that the 24-second clock expired, and that's the call. No, they changed it. Celtics will have 5 seconds.
official ruled that the ball went out of bounds before the 24-second clock had expired.
That was a close one.
Yes, it was.
So they have 5 seconds now to try a shot. Celtics leading by 2. There it is. That's the 24-second shot clock. McHale pushed out of bounds by his former schoolmate, Michael Thompson.
I wonder if they were in the same frat. Didn't look like it that time.
I don't think so. Michael Thompson now with 5 fouls. One more and he's out of there. 4:15 remaining. Parrish is fouled. And the Lakers are now in the penalty, which means that the Celtics will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. And the foul is on Magic Johnson. Let's wait. 4 fouls on Magic, and Parrish shooting. Not on that one. You can read him there.
The Lakers are forcing all the Celtics big people out up the lane a little bit further out than they like to get positioned, so their inside game may not be as effective coming down the stretch.
Magic with 31 leads. Worthy has 24. Michael Thompson 10. He's playing with 5 fouls. 4 minutes now remaining in the 4th period. Worthy. What great control, and you could see the reaction on the Laker bench to what Worthy did in midair to bring the Lakers to within a pair.
That was spectacular on the swing, and he just caught Bird rushing at him.
12 of 16 for James Worthy. Red hot this afternoon from the field. Now he's got to defense Bird. 7 on the shot clock. Dennis Johnson, Seasting, hasn't missed yet. That's his first miss. Kicked out of bounds. Celtics ball with 3:28 to go.
Here's Worthy. It was McHale that had to race out at him, and look at him just overpower Larry Bird going strong with the left hand to boot.
Well, Tommy, Jerry Seasting, who hit 3 out of 4 coming off the bench, is going to be replaced by Danny Ainge. Time to get the big guns in there. John Robinson of the Rams knows all of that. Timeout here at the Forum. Talk about the great matchups. Champions, well, how about world champions of the 80s? 6 out of the last 7 years, either the Lakers or the Celtics have been world champions, and they're playing like that today. And Tommy, they're playing as if they're serious about getting back into the big arena for the finals again this year.
The last couple of minutes of this ball game, you're going to see the smartest 2 teams in the league go at each other, looking for weaknesses, matchup advantages. And so far, the defense has been outstanding. Not many matchup advantages.
Lakers have had to play catch-up. The uphill climb most of the day, down by 10 early. They caught up, then they were down by 17 and caught up and took their only lead, trailing 96-94, but Celtics have the ball with 3:18 to go. Ainge, who just came in the ball game, misses, and Michael Thompson. I think Michael Thompson, before the game, was told that if you play well, you play longer. If not, it'll be a short debut. He's played well.
Celtics had to rely on an outside shot that time.
And Parrish intercepts the pass that Thompson was trying to telegraph for James Worthy.
An alley-oop that didn't move.
96-94 Celtics. Every move the rest of the way critical. McHale misses, Cooper the rebound.
He's so fearful of Thompson, and McHale rushed that shot.
Magic has a screen from Worthy. Does not use it. Kareem knocked away by Bird. Return pass. Ainge driving. And they'll call the blocking foul, and it was Larry Bird who made the big play on that turnover. What anticipation for Bird.
He is fantastic on reading what the opposition's going to do. He just stepped out on a double team. Look at him slide into the picture, knowing where the open man would be, knocks it away, but he doesn't have the speed to outrace Cooper.
5 fouls on Cooper. And we want to remind you at the conclusion of the game, Tommy Heinsohn and I will select the Miller Lite Player of the Game. In conjunction with the award, Light Beer will present a check in the amount of $1,000 in the player's name to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund. Celtics by 3 after Ainge converted only 1 of 2. Hooper and Magic in three-point territory. Hooper. He's hit one today. Magic with 4 on the clock goes for 2 and hits. 2-point shot. And it's 97-96 Celtics.
Great patience by the Lakers, Dick, to find the open man.
33 for Magic Johnson. Under 2 minutes to play. McHale doubled. Dennis Johnson had a shot, passed it up, looking for something better. 4 on the shot clock. Dennis for 2. Just missed, and the Lakers can take the lead here. Magic. And a foul as well.
What a play by Magic. Up the court he comes. Ainge trying to angle him off. You can't get too close to Magic, otherwise he spins off you.
He's doing everything, including leading the cheers this year. But Magic misses the free throw, and the Lakers will have to be content with a 1-point lead with that much time remaining in the 4th period. Each side with plenty of timeouts remaining. Magic with 35, but Parrish comes in and gets the basket to give the Celtics a 1-point lead.
Would have been a foul on that play too, Dick.
And the Lakers want to call timeout with 1:08 to go. You won't get any more excitement from two great teams than this.
Why do Air Jordan. It's all in the imagination.
Tonight on 60 Minutes starts as usual with 60 Minutes, followed by Murder, She Wrote, then Designing Women, Nothing is Easy, and Hard Copy. All tonight on CBS.
Going to see Larry Bird right here come off.
98-97 before the last basket by Parrish. 1 minute to go. 8 on the clock. Kareem gives the Lakers the lead by 1, and Kareem has 8 points. And Tommy, Kevin McHale and Larry Bird have scored only 2 points this period between them, and no field goal.
The defense of the Lakers taking the ball out of their hands.
Harris. A big miss for the Celtics. And the Lakers, using the clock, will try to open up a 3-point lead, or maybe better. Magic for 2. $102.99. Timeout, Boston.
Get this. To leave Magic all alone, and he responded. And look at this reaction. It's whoop-de-doo time.
He scored 40, Tommy, Friday against Indiana. 77 points now in 2 games. 37 today.
That's MVP stuff.
Yes,
Dick.
I was about to say that same thing. Against the best, the champion Celtics. Now what?
3-point shot for the Celtics. Look for it.
20 seconds. You can see the time. They go to Paris for a quick 2, and there are 16 seconds. So the Celtics use just 4 seconds. And are going to foul Kareem with 14 seconds remaining. And the Lakers leading by 1.
You know what the Celtics did that time? They expected the Lakers to come out and deny the 3-point shot. That opened it up for the 2 big guys of the Celtics to take it strong to the hoop. A little reverse psychology by Casey Jones. Now, Kareem has to hit these shots.
Look at the Lakers. They're on their knees at the bench watching this thing. How involved they are. Kareem needs 2 to hit double figures. Are they involved or what? He's got it. 10 points for Kareem. Timeout, Boston. Now, Tommy, are they going to go for 3 this time, or do you think the same thing going inside?
Well, if they get the ball inside, they got to hope that somebody will foul them, and then they got to make a quick steal, perhaps. But the Lakers, if they're smart, they will give them the 2-point shot and then try and gain possession.
And then they'll get fouled.
Play for the 3-pointer. Okay, play the Celtics to take the 3-pointer, and if need be, let them take the 2-point shot. Don't foul them.
And then, of course, the Celtics are going to have to foul the Lakers. So this game could be decided on the line or ultimately a 3-point shot. And K.C. Jones is going over not so much what they're going to do now, but maybe the next time they have the ball, because you know the Celtics are going to try and go inside, but maybe not. Maybe they'll go for the bundle now.
Well, they've got some good outside shooters. If you see Seasting showing up on the court right now, it's a safe bet to say he's going to be doing it. They might lift Parrish, but that's a dead giveaway. I think that right now they will probably play it the same way they played it before. There's still plenty enough time. Take 3 seconds to get the inside shot. Once the Lakers inbound it, foul again if need be.
Amazing that Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, the 2 big guns, all season for the Celtics, have not made a field goal in this period. Bird has not even taken any shots in the 4th period.
The defense on Bird has been outstanding by Worthy and then Cooper to take over. So they've harassed him, played real close to him. But McHale, I think, was both the double team and the fact that he plays an awful lot of minutes that's taking effect.
All right. Here's McHale, who has 23. Bird is 20. Dennis Johnson, 22. And Parrish with 18. Ainge in double figures, so the starting 5 has done it again, and Bird will inbound. At stake here, the best record in the NBA.
Not easy to inbound the ball against the Lakers.
McHale against Michael Thompson. Parrish gets the basket with 7 seconds to go and look for a quick Celtic foul if they can't get an immediate steal. Say it's Lakers ball. They did not get the ball inbounds, I believe.
Well, it hit somebody, and they say it went out of bounds off Ainge, but it could have hit Ainge and then gone to Worthy, who was standing out of bounds.
Well, this is something we're going to come back and look at with 7 seconds to go, because the Lakers will have the ball. They have the lead. Lakers again, and when they take on the Philadelphia 76ers from the Spectrum in Philadelphia. And one of the last chances, of course, to see the great Julius Erving in this, his final swan song for 42% the first 3. So the good shooting team, they made it up in a hurry, and they'll bring it out at midcourt.
Celtics not getting on the inbound man. They're going to try and get to the guy. Doesn't work.
Magic is fouled with 4 seconds to go. So Magic will go to the line if he makes 2. The Celtics still have 4 seconds to try a last-ditch 3-point shot to send the game into overtime.
Magic has assumed the load of carrying this team to a championship. He's just been unbelievable in this ball game and in everyone I've seen so far this season.
13 of 14 from the line. Timeout, Boston. They're down to 4 seconds, and not much at issue as to what the Celtics have to do. It's 3-point or no count for them now. For Boston to go for 3. Do the Lakers have anything to say about it?
Yes, they do, Dick. There's some 3-point shooters, but Bird and Ainge, if they are going to take the shot, if the Lakers end up going to try and foul them before the shot, they risk the danger of the shot still going up there and making it and then having a 4-point potential from the Celtics. So I wouldn't foul them. I wouldn't foul them. You got to play right now that they're not going to make the shot.
Connor Henry, a rookie who started the year with Houston, and a dead-eye shot from outside is in there. The Celtics have their best outside shooters in there. Seasting, Ainge, Bird, Henry, and Dennis Johnson. 4 seconds to go. Trailing by 3. Bird wants the ball. Bird fires it up. The game is over. Tremendous battle between two of the giants of the NBA, the Boston Celtics and the LA Lakers. And it's the Lakers who prevail, 106 to 103.
There's Bird. He gets two defenders racing at him. They jump straight up to make him leap back and lose the momentum of his leaping ability, so he's got to throw it really hard off the glass.
And our Miller Lite player of the game, who else? Earvin Magic Johnson, 39 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists. He hit the big baskets and has led the Lakers today as he has all season. Light Beer from Miller is proud to present a check for $1,000 on behalf of Magic Johnson to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund. So for Tom Heinsohn and Pat O'Brien, I'm Dick Stockton saying so long from the Forum, where the final score, the Lakers 106, the Celtics 103. Join us next Sunday when Dr. J and the Philadelphia 76ers face these Los Angeles Lakers, which could possibly be the Doc's final game against the Lakers. And remember, there's college basketball on Saturday when Kansas and St. John's square off.